bit of controversial on this one. So, beginner guitars, electric or acoustic? Oh, personally, and it's a proven fact, and it's worked loads of times for me as a teacher, electric first. Alright, I'll tell you why. Right, electric. It's smaller than acoustic. You haven't got that massive body, alright, to start with. Alright. Strings are lower to the fretboard. Strings are 9 times out of 10 you get a beginner guitar, it's a set of 9s. Alright. Like 9 to 42 or something like that. Alright. When you first start learning, your fingers are going to go through so much pain. Alright. You're going to get some blisters at the end of your fingers and stuff like that. That's which you want, really. You want it to go hard at the end. But electric's so much easier to use. It's thinner body, thinner shape. You can plug it in. I know you can plug in acoustic guitars and stuff like that, but it's not so harsh on your fingers to start. You can get so much more done on an electric first. Once you've gone through a couple of months on the electric and you're starting to find your feet and stuff like that, and your fingers are working, your muscle memory's going fine, then you can bounce over to an acoustic perfectly. But if you're on an acoustic, alright, so if you're on an acoustic and you're starting off, it's going to be, because this is a shearing guitar, it's a little bit smaller than most, but on a normal acoustic, the body is like, you're looking at the body like that, to be fair. You like that, and if you're small, you're hunched over like that, and it's a pain in the backside, because you're trying to, it's like you're, trying to move everywhere. It's like you're a contortionist trying to get that, alright? Strings are thicker, alright, so normally an acoustic setup, you've normally got like a set of 11s or 12s. It's going to be harsh on those fingers, and you're going to, it's proven fact, alright? When I'm teaching the students, they turn up with an acoustic guitar, and I'm like, I'm finding it difficult, because you've got a massive, great big acoustic. It's bigger than you, alright? So just try my electric. Oh, hang on a minute, that's a little bit easier, look. Oh, hang on a minute, I could put my fingers there, so far. That's the reason why I never teach chords, alright, in the first 10 lessons. You'll just get bored of trying to get those notes down all the time, and especially on an acoustic. So I normally get the single note stuff first, and the muscle memory, and then you can bounce onto chords. But when you jump onto an acoustic first, it's so harsh. All right, it's a controversial one, but it is. I've taught for years and years, and it's always worked for my students. I must have converted at least 60 or 70 people from acoustic to electric, and they're flying. Once they get past that initial stage of finding getting the muscle memory, going, oh yeah, it's a pain in the arse, like, then they bounce on the acoustic. Go, hang on a minute, it's perfect. Do you know what I mean? If you're on an acoustic, if you want to learn on acoustic, obviously try and get something that's not so big. All right, I'm more of an electric guy, but this is the first acoustic I ever bought in about 20 years, but it's a good one. But if you get an acoustic, obviously you can get the intonation set up, you can get strings lowered and stuff like that. That's what I've done on this one, but it is all personal preference at the end of the day. I'm a bit biased for the electric, but it is what it is. If you're going to start on an acoustic, and if you're into stuff like Ed Sheeran and stuff like that, which I'm not, but if you are, and if you're into Oasis and stuff like that, just buy a travel guitar with 4 frets on it, and the job done. No, I'm only joking, but go out and buy a decent acoustic, not a cheap guitar acoustic, because they're a pain in the arse. All right, plastic frets and stuff. I've had all sorts come through here, and there's no point. You're better off just going away and buying something that's worth the money, and then away you go. But for me, if you're going to start on an electric. Okay, start on the electric. Buy something that's got a hard tail. All right, not a floating bridge or anything like that, or Floyd Rose, because you'll be all sorts of trouble. You can put a set of 9s on your guitar. Most of them come with a set of 9s anyway. But at the end of the day, it's easier to set up. It's not so big and bulky, but for me, electric is a way forward on beginners sort of guitars. You'll get all sorts of people in the comments going, nah, bollocks. All right. At the end of the day, I've taught loads of people from acoustic to electric, and they're flying. Alright, once you're comfortable, then you can bounce over to an acoustic and it'll be like perfect. Do you know what I mean? It's the same muscle memory just going on. But an acoustic, you've got to put your fingers down, you press down more, especially when the strings are so high as well. Alright? It's like a bloody trampoline. But for me, acoustic second, electric first. So go out and buy yourself a cheapy-ish, a beginner electric, and then get comfortable on that, and then jump onto the acoustic. It'll be a lot easier, trust me. Right, so add in the comments what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.